Hi team, today I'm going to be showing you a video about the relationship building process between an instructional coach and teacher. During this video I'm going to cover why building positive relationships with teachers is important for coaches. I will also model two different approaches that the instructional coach can use to promote a positive and trusting relationship with the teacher, as well as two different strategies for communicating effective and descriptive feedback to teachers. Let's talk about what an instructional coach is. They're an educational leader that's hired by the school district to work with teachers to support them in their teaching methods. They're there to help teachers reach their goals, in addition to the goals of the school site and the district. The coach can provide many different supports, including support with goal setting, analyzing and discussing student data, observing and demonstrating lessons, and providing reflective feedback to plan for the next steps. Essentially, they're there to support the teacher however they can to promote student learning. In order to have a successful coach and adult learner relationship that promotes success within the students towards common goals, it's important that the coach build a positive and trusting rapport with the adult learner. This is a collaborative effort between the coach and the adult learner, and trust is essential for the adult learner to feel comfortable. The coach needs to get to know the adult learner and connect with them on a personal level where the adult learner is able to see them as a normal human being. The coach needs to demonstrate patient and active listening skills during conversations, and these conversations between the coach and adult learner need to be confidential and honest. When this happens, the adult learner is more likely to trust the coach, which will lead to them opening up and welcoming the support that the coach can provide. During this role play portion of the video, my colleague Amanda will role play the part of a classroom teacher, and I will be role playing an instructional coach. The first approach I'm going to be demonstrating to build a positive relationship with Amanda is to have a conversation with her on a personal level to build the trust in our relationship. Hey Amanda, how was the country concert that you went to this last weekend?
It was really fun. Thanks for asking. We saw Carrie Underwood.
Oh, no way. I love Carrie Underwood. My favorite song of hers is Jesus Take the Wheel.
It's the best.
Right? It's
Yeah.
so good. I actually saw that she was playing a concert in a few weeks at the fairgrounds. Maybe we could get a group together and all go.
That sounds awesome.
When coaches talk to teachers about their personal lives and interests, they're seen as more normal human beings and relatable and approachable. This assists in building the trust between the teacher and the coach because they see that you have similar interests and likes outside of what's happening in just the school environment. Two other effective approaches shown in the next video clip are to respect the teacher's time and to create effective agreements. Hey Amanda, thank you for meeting with me today. Before we get started, I just wanted to see what time you wanted to end our meeting. That way I can respect your time.
I think 3:15 is perfect, right on contracted hours.
All right, that sounds great. I'm going to go ahead and set an alarm on my phone. That way we can focus on the meeting and not have to worry about the time. So in our meeting today, I would like to set up an effective agreement with each other, which is just an agreement between both of us that outlines how our relationship is going to work. Essentially, it's saying what your needs and your goals are and what support you want from me. I really want to stress that the conversations that we have are confidential. I'm not going to be passing it on to our principal or administration. And an effective agreement grows with you as your needs and what you want from me change.
Perfect. I think an effective agreement sounds amazing. And it's really nice to know that I have control over the relationship that we have moving forward.
The first example during this scene with building a positive rapport with the teacher is respecting the teacher's time. Teachers have so much to do. A timer can be set to respect their time, avoid any pressures, and allow for both parties to be present. This assists in the teacher feeling that their time is being valued and taken into consideration. This helps make the meeting feel more beneficial rather than something that they have to do. The second example during the scene is the establishment of an effective agreement and stressing confidentiality and trust during the relationship. This includes letting the teacher know the conversations and observations are between them only, unless they want otherwise. The effective agreement outlines how the teacher and coach will work together. It's important that the teacher feels listened to by the coach. An effective agreement relieves the pressure on the teacher about what the experience is going to be like because it's established from the beginning, but it's also a working document that can be updated as their support needs change. Essentially, it helps the teacher know that they are involved in the whole coaching process. Providing feedback is an important part of being an instructional coach. Every human being needs someone who will give them feedback because that's how they improve. However, the quality of feedback is what is important and plays a key role in the improvement because it allows the adult learner to reflect and find motivation to modify for improvement. When communicating effective and descriptive feedback to adult learners, it is important to provide praise and highlight positive things that you observed. Thank you for letting me observe your math lesson today.
You're welcome. I feel kind of discouraged though. The kids didn't seem very engaged.
Really? I didn't see that at all. Whenever I was observing your lesson, I felt that they were really engaged. They were talking with their mathlete partners about the connections that they were seeing between the fractions. I also really liked how you related it to food, and I think you used the fractional pizza, and they were really engaged during that.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That makes me feel so much better. I really need to hear that.
When an instructional coach makes sure to recognize some of the strengths they saw from a lesson in their feedback, they're building on that relationship with the teacher. It's very hard for us to see our own strengths in the moment at times, and we really focus on what we did wrong. By highlighting those positive moments during a lesson, the coach is building up the teacher, which helps them build their confidence and feel good about themselves. Another strategy for providing effective and descriptive feedback to adult learners is by involving that adult learner or teacher to self-reflect on what they thought went well or may have not went well during their lesson. From there, the coach can work with the teacher to plan next steps. Hi, Amanda. Thank you for letting me observe your opinion writing lesson today. What do you think went well or maybe didn't go so well in the lesson?
Hey, thanks for coming in. You know, I feel like the kids are really grasping the introduction and conclusions in their paragraphs, but I do think that they are struggling with the reasons, like proving the reasons and providing examples.
Oh, yeah, I think that you did amazing with your writing lesson, and I agree the students are doing really well with their introduction and conclusion. There's no need to feel discouraged about the body paragraphs, though. They'll work on that, and I want to remind you that's why I'm here. I'm here to support you with any needs you have. Would you be open to me coming in and demonstrating a lesson on reasons and examples? I have a great lesson using the Oreo method to help them with their body paragraphs.
I'd love that. I think they would too.
Perfect. It's important to allow teachers time to discuss and reflect on their lessons and identify areas of improvement. It's important during this time that the coach and teacher confirm what the lesson objectives were and what the teacher's goals were. From there, the team can focus on what the next steps are based on the student data. An instructional coach can either be beneficial or halter the teacher depending on the approaches they take when working with that teacher. It's important that the instructional coach take the necessary steps to build the relationship that incorporates trust and rapport with the teacher in order to influence positive student outcomes.